Hello, I have a replay I wish I had seen a long time ago. Today we've got a pull first, a Zerg, with a bunch of links. Their plan is to use those links to stop me from expanding, but they get to triple expand, and because my development is delayed, they're going to rush mutas to basically try and bully me while my economy is too really weak to try and catch them and deal with mutas. Now, if you wanted to macro, what you Oracle and Phoenix should shut that down. You do an Oracle start, it makes it. You can't do an Oracle start allows you to scout. You need to constantly check to see what they're building. But it is possible to beat it, and then you start massing phoenixes to try and kite the mutas, and so they don't so they're not just able to fly over all your base. But the other way I'll be showing you is a strategy I've had a lot of success recently. Now, unless the Zerg goes to like the third first, this will block their hatchery fine. Macro the probe to keep it alive while I go double gate, cyber core, pile and then gas with the zealot. Zealot, I don't think it ever needs to be chrono boosted. Make the lings come by. Macro the probe to keep it alive. Like the thing is, it's always incredibly sus whenever they don't try and break this wall. Double adept start, and there's just barely enough energy to chrono the second one in a reasonable amount of time. Hold position on the zealot means this is unbreakable, and mineral walk past the zealot means I save the probe. Now I don't quite have the gas for a twilight, and so what I should have done is gotten a third gateway faster and probably another pylon, but I decided to be a bit greedy and go for a very fast expand. Now this can backfire a lot, because I don't know if the Zerg is going to continue their assault, or if they're gonna, or what they're doing. And it's incredibly sus that they went 12 pull and didn't try and break through the wall. And that tells me they're trying to win the game another way. Their first cheese didn't work, but they're trying to get you to play a certain way so that their second cheese kills you. Now, these first adepts, they could have been marketed better. I could have sent them across to this space as well, one to here, and then brought them across to the middle. But I noticed that his Zerglings aren't on the map, and I pick of his first expansion, which was really nasty, you know. Start working away at some of these lings, lowering his link count. I don't really want to fight the queen. I want to keep my health high. In the meantime, I've got my expansion, I've got another thing, and I'm keeping up adept production. Now, you really should go for a stalker here, just so that they can't scout you. I just barely missed that tumor. Anyway, I keep up adept production, I get my twilight and my third gate. And I keep it up base, because you don't want it to be seen. It gets seen, they throw down roaches, and now you want a timer for how long you can do damage. I end up trading my adepts for a few drones. I shouldn't have done that, but it sort of ended out fine in the end. This Zerg is floating a bunch of minerals. He's been making a bunch of queens for defense, and he's gone for layer. Now, oh yeah, he just made a hatchery. Now he could be expanding a lot more. He hasn't been spending his minerals very well. And I start moving out with adepts after Glaive starts. I keep on chronoing that. It's honestly, I don't even need that gas. That's just if it actually ends up going longer. you can go like the one problem with this build is you don't have a lot of tech, so what you should probably do is go like Robo or Stargate, especially so you can get detection. Probably Stargate. And now here, if I'd been fast, I'd have been able to get a pick on that queen, kill the tumors, scout the expansion, shades the scout, and I cancel it because honestly what I can do is just beat him in a straight out fight. Now I messed up my micro there, I was trying to micro that one back, and I should have focus fired. Go for the Shade, Glaive finishes up in a few seconds, and so I'm very confident finishing it. All his lings die. He skipped Roach on because he wanted to go Muta and Spy, which started just then, and he taps out. Obviously, when I see that, I should go Twilight Council, start a gas and pull onto gas, and expand again. But I can also just work my way around since he skipped a Roach Throne, so he could save his gas for his mutas, so that he could blindside me with the mass mutas. The strength of this build is it gets you across the map really early a lot of times. You have a lot of power. Like even if there's not many roaches, you can still pick off roaches pretty quickly with the amount of damage, because like this many adepts, they're always going to two-shot. And with glaives, it means in the amount of time it would take for one adept to attack, they attack, they kill it. They basically one-shot because they're attacking twice, or not quite twice as fast, but twice per each volley. Have massive ability to pick off queens, which massively slows their economy, and you get full vision of everything they're doing. And the big downside, obviously, is you don't have blink or charge. And adepts, they are not good. They are not as good in the late game. You throw down a couple of spines, and they require 3 times as much micro, and like a queen and a spine will kill them. But no spines. Queens are split up wrong. I've got glaive. I just obliterate everything. Like if I could take control, I would show you like this all these drones die in like 3 seconds. A shade over here, and I just start obliterating his queens. Okay, that was this game. I hope you consider like, oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to say, you can even do this like 2-gate start into like a normal expansion, and it's really good because you get you can shade into their expansion, you get across the map, you start killing their drones, and as long as you kill like, you can probably honestly kill like 5 or 6 drones with that build, and as long as you do that, your expansion still goes down at a reasonable time, and I think you actually up workers for a bit, as well as you get like a full scout on your opponent. And then also, if you can micro well, and your opponent can't micro well, you do a lot of damage. And this is really good because obviously you got people who are, no one's equally good at macro and micro, right? And the combination of those two things sort of decide your rank. And so if you're versing someone who might out macro you, because you're able to show off your macro abilities here to a really good extent, you're able to you are able to beat people. It's a lot easier for you to beat them than if you played a macro game. Okay, that was this video. Have a good one. See ya.